Hey Rose fam, welcome back to Designing Your Space with Just Simply Rose. How is everybody doing today? Welcome back to week 3, and this week we are covering feature walls, wallpaper, and accent walls. All right, so I'm actually in Ty's room because I wanted to start by showing you guys an accent wall. So this here is an accent wall that was done with wood trim. Okay, and we did this accent wall on his window wall. Okay fam, we are now in our master bedroom because I wanted to give you another example. Now this is wallpaper. All right, so it's like a seaweed wallpaper that we used on the master bedroom wall. Let me show you that. Okay, and another example of an accent or feature wall is the one that I actually did by paint, which is this right here. All right fam, now that we have seen the different type of feature walls that we have in our home, let's talk about wood feature walls. Now, wood feature walls bring like a certain warmth and texture to your room. They create like a dimension. It gives it like a cozy feel. With that being said, you can create a farmhouse look, you can create a rustic look, or you can create a regal look, depending on what you're looking for and where you're putting that wall. Now, depending on where you are using your wood feature wall, that's going to determine your design and color that you're going to be painting that feature wall. So obviously, if you have an overcrowded room, you don't want to do a busy wood feature wall, because what that's going to do is it's going to compete with everything you got going on in that room. Not going to appreciate the wall because it's going to get lost in everything else going on. Now, people put wood accents on ceilings, on walls, obviously on floors, and they are creating doors out of wood. If you are looking to create a wood feature in your home, what I would advise is determine what space that you're going to use a wood feature in. That will determine the type of wood that you get. You don't want to get a heavy wood and put it on your wall. So there are certain type of pieces of wood, let's say, that you want to use and create in your space. Definitely check with a professional, or you know what, ask somebody at Home Depot, or feel for yourself. You can know yourself and determine if a wood is really heavy and you don't want it pulling down, although most of the time you might want to find a stud, but let's be realistic, we're not always going to find studs. And honestly, the wood feature wall that we put up in Ty's room was used with a nail gun, but we were able to get away with that because guess what, the wood was super light. The other thing about wood feature walls is it is not renter friendly. I mean, you can get away with it if you want to repair the wall, but taking that stuff off is going to cause great headaches. So you definitely want to make sure that you're able to create a feature wall if that's what you want to do. So let's talk about wallpaper. Now, wallpaper has been in style, has gone out of style, and guess what, y'all? It's back. There is floral wallpaper, there is stripe wallpaper, there are checkers, there's zebra, there's cheetah, there's all kinds of wallpaper. And you know what, guys? The best thing about the wallpaper is they are making it, peel and stick. It's amazing. It's ingenious. Now that is renter friendly. So if anybody's renting and you want to change the look of your space, look into wallpaper. Now, it's definitely not cheap. And I don't advise the ones that you got to use the paste on, like the old time wallpaper. You know why? Because it might come a time where you want to take that down and you don't want to destroy your wall. But wallpaper makes for a great accent piece to any room. Once again, don't go getting a busy wallpaper when you got a lot going on in your room. The key to designing is to appreciate all the different elements in your room. Now, one should play with the other, not overpower. Now, if you have certain pieces that you work around, that's fine. So if you have decorated, so for example, in our room, we have this massive headboard. So everything that we do is going to be surrounded by this headboard because that's a piece that's not going anywhere. So our wallpaper can come down. It's peel and stick, y'all. It was $50 per roll and we used 5 rolls. So, but if we get tired of it, we can take it down. Now, with that being said, we went with a more neutral wallpaper that we knew we were not going to get tired of looking at. It's the grass cloth is what it's called. Grass cloth. It's not busy to the eye. In fact, you don't even know that it's there unless you get up close, and then you can kind of see the texture. So keep that in mind if you're doing a wallpaper. If you need your wallpaper to make a bold statement, then by all means go for it. For example, you might want a beautiful bold floral wallpaper in your office, but if you put that in your bedroom, you're not gonna get any sleep. So keep in mind, your space determines what you use. Just because we can do something doesn't mean we should do it. So always keep that in mind when you're choosing your whatever the design is. So let's talk about my accent wall that I did with the circles. Now, the best thing about that, guys, is it's paint. If I don't like it, I can paint over it. So I'm in a world of circles. I love circles. I love squares. Our accent wall is circle. So that actually keeps in theme. If you look around my house, there's a lot of circle mirrors. I have a circle rug. There's so many things that play off the circles and the squares. There's gonna be in your home either something square, rectangle, or circle. So there's gonna be one of those shapes. So I chose to go with the circle accent wall. It works well with our decor, but once again, if we don't like it and our style changes, it's just a paintbrush away from being neutral all over again. Okay, and lastly, we're gonna talk about accent wall colors. Guys, don't be afraid of color if color is not afraid of you. If you enjoy a color, again, all right, fam, so let's talk about colors. Now, I briefly touched on colors affecting how you feel, how productive you are or are not. So in designing your space, once again, choose the room that you're going to decorate. Figure out how you want that room to make you feel. Believe it or not, do your research. All over the place, it does tell you that colors can affect your mood. Now, In your bedroom, I would assume that you want to feel calm. You want to feel relaxed. If I'm wrong, I apologize. Again, it's your space. In your bedroom, you want to feel relaxed. You want to feel calm. So you want to pick a color that lends itself to feeling relaxed, feeling calm, not overwhelming. When you are designing your office space or a place that you work, you want a color that drives you, that motivates you, that makes you want to get into that grind and hustle. Some people like money green. Maybe that's a good color for your office. If that gives you the determination to make that money, then green should be in your office. In your bathroom, some people say they want to feel spa-like in their bathroom. What colors are indicative of a spa? Your blues, your browns, okay? So it depends on what space that you're working with to determine your color. Don't be afraid of color, guys. A lot of people are cringing at the thought of an accent wall. You see this wall right here? Let me turn it around so you can see it. Right here, I can change it if I want to. You don't know how you feel in a space with a color unless you try. Give it a try. Put it on the wall. The worst you can do is waste that $30 for a can of paint. Don't be afraid of color. In a room of all white, white for me screams sterile, screams neutral. A room of all white does not motivate me. It makes me not think about wanting to do anything. A room of all black, if my walls are black, I'm feeling very forceful. I'm feeling very dominatrix, if you get my drift. But black is a very strong color. Now, some people like that color in their office because black might motivate them. So you figure out what color works for you. The only advice I have is don't be afraid of color in your space. Now, let's pair it with what we've learned the first 3 weeks. We learned what our comfort colors are, okay? We've learned that it's okay to mix metals. We've also learned how and what metals make us feel. So this week we're talking about accent walls, wallpaper, wood walls. Those choices are definitely up to you. But again, take into consideration your space. I'm not here to tell you what to do in your space. I am here to advise you on the things to look for when designing your space. Wood has been there before, it's going to be here now. They're doing shiplap, they're doing board and batten, they're doing chair rails, they're doing planks, beams on the ceiling. Wood is going to be here. Wood is not going anywhere. So it's never something that's going to be outdated. Wallpaper, it can date itself, but that's why you get the peel and stick. Nobody is saying that you can't keep up with the trends if that's what you like, but be smart about it. All of the things that we talked about today, they're accents. It's not your foundation. So those things can always be changed. So, all right, guys, it's been fun. I will see you in week 4. And I think on week 4, we might have a special guest. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you then. All right, fam. Until then, on Designing Your Space with Just Simply Rose. Have a great week, guys.
Bye.